Alright guys, welcome back with me with another YouTube video. So today I'll talking about 10 facts about Nacht. So, make sure to stay tuned for that. If you do enjoy seeing this anime reviews and want to keep them coming, the best thing you can do is smash that like button, and if you haven't, be sure to subscribe, and this is crucial, hit that notification bell or you will miss future anime videos. The Black Bulls are the most troublesome group of magic knights in the entire Clover Kingdom. They're rowdy, loud, and cause more destruction than any other group. And no one knows that more than their vice-captain, Nacht Faust. Introduced in chapter 246 of the manga, the character has been in an important role from the moment he first appeared. The character hasn't just pushed the plot forward, but served as a vital person to help the Magic Knights win their most dangerous fight yet. Most manga readers would know everything about the character by now. But in this case, readers might be curious about where this character came from, why he hasn't been in the story up until now, and what his relationship is to Yami and the others. The first mention of Nacht comes in chapter 246, where a member of the Spade Kingdom's army mentions that it's possible someone has been spying on them from the Clover Kingdom. With the Dark Triad away, Nacht takes the opportunity to learn about their plans for the future. This is the last chance he has to gain as much knowledge as possible before the attack on the Spade Kingdom. Nacht introduces himself to the Clover Kingdom's captains as they're strategizing what to do about the loss of 2 of their ranks. The Magic Knight captains immediately move to attack him, but Nacht stops them from doing anything while the Wizard King vouches for them. While Nacht is acknowledged as the group's vice-captain, Jack remembers him from his time as a member of the Grey Deer. The Grey Deer was the squadron Julius ran with Yami and William working under him. When Nacht talks to all the members of the Black Bulls, he very quickly manages to spot all of the character flaws that fans have come to love the cast for. He trashes each one of them in turn, pointing out how they started out as good-for-nothing people. Considering Nacht never visited their base, this means Nacht must have been spying on them throughout the series, and he points out as much to Asta later on, saying that he was able to watch all of his battles from the very beginning. There's apparently no reason why Captain Yami invited Nacht to become a member of the Black Bulls and be their organization's vice-captain, which makes sense since most of the Black Bulls are members just because Yami felt like adding them to the group. Nacht points out to Asta how he never liked Yami very much, and even dislikes that Asta copies Yami's mannerisms, though that very trait leads Asta to winning a fight later on. That said, despite joining their group, it's explained that the character has only been to the Black Bull home base one time, even though he's been with them for years. Aside from his other abilities, Nacht's main magical power is shadow magic. With this power, Nacht has been able to do several things that makes him perfect for reconnaissance. Nacht is able to move between different shadows, effectively offering him the ability to teleport. He can also stop someone from moving by keeping them inside of a specific shadow. He's also able to restrain people, or bring them into the shadow world alongside him. Not much about Nacht's backstory is known as of yet. What is known is the character seems to be a royal, given how he trash talks Magna for being a peasant. It's also explained that he had an older brother, who used to chide him for visiting people and bringing them food. And to train Asta, he brought him to a destroyed castle, which seems to be a place connected to him considering he knew about it. In Nacht's character profile, a few small facts are explained about the character to give him a bit more relation to the world. Nacht is 29 years old, which places him around the age of Yami Tsukahiro, his captain. His birthday is April 30th, and he's around 5 feet 9 inches, 180 centimeters tall, which makes him much taller than Asta, who's only around 5 feet. One of the bigger things that's mentioned in Nacht's profile is how much he likes honest people. His favorite thing is a righteous person, but not someone who became righteous after first being a bad person. He prefers those who were always good and righteous, which is why he's a fan of Asta. However, he's quite quick to explain to Asta that just because he's righteous doesn't mean he'll win every fight. He believes in Asta's power of anti-magic as the most powerful ability for their fight against the Spade Kingdom, and is training Asta to turn him into their best weapon against this latest threat. When Jack notices the kind of magic that Nacht uses, he points out that when he knew him in the past, Nacht didn't know any kind of magic in that vein. This suggests that Nacht somehow got a completely different set of powers from what he had when he was a member of the Grey Deer. Nacht is quick to say that person is gone, and he's the person who remains. However, this isn't the first time someone has used multiple magic types. Mars was capable of using diamond and fire magic after having someone else's abilities placed into his body. It's entirely possible Nacht has had something similar happen for the sake of achieving the goals he has now. Bonded to 4 devils. Nacht is bonded to 4 separate devils, all of which give him different unite forms and their own special abilities. Gimodello grants Nacht the power to summon clones from his shadows. Slados gives him incredible strength and resilience, enough to even resist the force of gravity on one's body. Plummead gives him increased agility, and then there's a 4th being that has not been named or had their powers explained in the series just yet.